We're halfway through Season 1 of South Jersey Speed. I'm Nina Contento here with Episode 10. Optima Batteries and NJMP are searching for the ultimate street car. We're previewing one of the biggest micro-sprint races at Bridgeport Speedway, and the legend Bunny Burkett shares with us her history in drag racing.
Are we a community bank? Yes. Do we provide the best in personal and community service? Of course. Do we offer the convenience of online banking, competitive rates, and convenient hours? Absolutely. But Franklin Bank is more than that. Much more. Franklin Bank is also focused on lending, on getting businesses and families going. Come in today and let us show you how we can help. Home, auto, business. Franklin Bank. Build your future with us.
Optima is in search of the ultimate street car here at the New Jersey Motorsports Park this weekend. There are 5 different events where cars can gain points, one being the autocross, which is going on today.
The autocross really is like a small road course on a parking lot, and we designate it with cones. And it's all about precision car control and handling. So the driver can get in the car, and it really doesn't matter how fast the car is, because if you're going too fast into a corner, you're going to lose time. So it's really about how well the driver can control the car, how well the parts work together on the car. Autocross is something that we say anybody can do because it doesn't tear up your car. It's not a real high-speed event, and it really all it requires is a helmet. So that's really one aspect of this. We do the autocross. The speed stop is similar, except it's an acceleration braking competition. And then we go forward as fast as you can go, make a hard right turn, and then come back and stop in a box. It's really entertaining, but again, not that hard on cars.
Okay.
Autocross is very tight, technical, high acceleration, deceleration, extreme braking, turning, and don't hit any cones. If you hit a cone, it's I believe it's a 2-second penalty.
Okay.
It's just a real challenge of driver and machinery.
And now, what have you done to be able to get yourself to that point where you can manage that track?
I've made a lot of mistakes, and I corrected myself from them.
Makes sense.
My driving, I've been doing this for 6 or 7 years now. My driving is continually improving, and I keep improving on the car, and I still get my butt kicked on a regular basis, but I don't care. I still have fun with it.
We have a lot of people that come out, and if you look around, the diversity of cars is a lot here. I mean, we have cars from 1950s all the way up to brand new cars. It's one of the most diverse series in the world, really.
I run in the vintage class, which is older cars. They have different classes for different ages and different performances. Ultimately, we're competing so that we can compete in November in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
That's supposed to be the holy grail.
What's going on in Vegas?
It's the ultimate street car challenge.
Wow.
It happens at the SEMA event every November, and I think they pick about 100 cars, and it's quite an honor to be even invited, nonetheless, to win there. Just to get invited, you won already.
If you win your class, and we have 5 different classes, if you win your class at this event, not only do you win a nice trophy from here, but you win an invite to our championship event in Las Vegas, and that's the opportunity to bring your car to Las Vegas, display it at SEMA for an entire week at the largest automotive event in the country, and then race it at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for a chance to be the ultimate street car.
Especially with the autocross, it's never the same. You guys always change it up. What does that do for the drivers?
You know, well, first of all, it keeps it fresh, and it keeps it fun, because you're not just doing the same thing over and over. And autocross is very much designed on the space that we have to work with, and we go to different tracks throughout the country. We go from East Coast to West Coast. In fact, next weekend we're going to be in Fontana, California. So we're going coast to coast literally this week.
Very cool.
But every place we go has a different size space, a little bit different layout of the space, and so the autocross is different every time. We do what we can to incorporate a bunch of different elements into that space, and it remains fresh for the drivers. They enjoy it. They come out and they're like, it's a new challenge every time.
I like them because they're different every time, and you have to, in the morning you'll see us walking the track, trying to learn the track, and you have to memorize it. And I like the fact that it's a challenge that's never the same 2 days in a row.
Okay.
Last week we ran on a course, and it was a pretty cool track. And after lunch, they said we're going to run it backwards now. So
Yeah.
good luck with that.
Wow.
So you memorize it, and then they say, okay, now do it backwards. What?
You might as well do it blindfolded.
Yeah. So we, but it's cool and it challenges you. I love the fact that you can be challenged doing something that you love doing.
What do you love about what autocross teaches you?
Car control. It actually teaches you better driving, especially up in North Jersey where there's a lot more people.
This is the Ultimate Streetcar Association, and we're doing an event called Search for the Ultimate Streetcar. And what we do is we look for just that, the ultimate streetcar. We do a bunch of different disciplines for the driver in the car to figure out which car really is the ultimate at a lot of different things.
Okay, what are the requirements you have to be able to be involved in this?
You know, it's pretty simple because we don't allow any pro drivers. This series is really designed for amateur drivers.
Wow.
So if you have a helmet, a neck restraint, and a street legal vehicle that's insured, you can participate in the series.
What? So I see cars here that look like race cars, drive like race cars, and seem like race cars. What is that line? Like, where's the line? Where does it get crossed that you can't be involved in this?
You know, we kind of set that line very clearly because we have a portion of this event that's called Design and Engineering.
Okay.
And we have a group of judges that are looking at each one of the cars. And they're looking for all of those things that really define a street car. So all of these cars have interiors, they have dome lights, they have a stereo system, they have heating, air conditioning. So even though some of them look like race cars and they perform like race cars, they still have all of the elements of a real street car.
They can't be race cars with somebody screwing some license plates on them. They have to be a street car. I'll drive this car cross country.
Wow.
I've driven it to Tennessee, I've driven it to Michigan. It still looks kind of like a race car, and it feels like a race car.
It drives like a race car.
It drives like a race car, but you can see me in a rest area on the side of the highway somewhere getting gas.
We developed this series, we started in 2008 with a single event, and we called it the Ultimate Streetcar Invitational. And it started at the SEMA show, which is the largest automotive trade show for our industry. And we saw a bunch of cars being rolled in, pushed in to the SEMA show, and then people were bragging about how great they were. And then we'd see them pushed out again. And so we thought, you know what, we're going to put an event together to let people really showcase what the cars can actually do. And that's how the series came about.
I think it's a great event. It's very well run. Everything's orchestrated pretty well. Jimmy Day and the rest of the crew do a great job. All the sponsors are great. Thank God for the volunteers out there. They really, put it together and make the whole thing just work together seamlessly.
At SNJ Today, we don't just like South Jersey, we love it. We go out every day to find the stories that matter to you and your community and share them on our nightly newscast at 7 and 11 p.m. on Channel 4. Did you know that you can get all the great South Jersey stories in your newsfeed? Like us on Facebook to see all the news, sports, and weather that affects you. You like South Jersey, we love South Jersey. Like us today on Facebook to keep informed with South Jersey's news. SNJ Today, we are for South Jersey.
Between my husband and my 2 kids, we spend a lot of time at Atlantic Care Urgent Care Centers.
Good morning, Mrs. Johnson. Good evening, Mrs. Johnson.
3, 2, 1, go!
Happy Saturday, Mrs. Johnson.
Let's just say Atlantic Care Urgent Care Centers know us pretty well.
Be right back.
They're the ones I know I can trust.
Board-certified providers, on-site medication dispensing, most insurances accepted, no appointments needed.
It works out for us, and just look at Eugene. He has a quality of life. He's a different person. He is.
Yes, that's true.
I would have never thought Margaret would have qualified. And lo and behold, she did, and it's been very, very helpful for her. And made the family much better off, too.
Seabrook House has been helping families find the courage to recover from alcoholism, drug addiction, and other compulsive mental disorders for over 42 years. Our programs include the Family Matrix program that allows families to heal and begin to strengthen the family bonds strained by addiction, inpatient rehabilitation, extended care, and outpatient treatments. If you or a loved one is suffering from addiction, please call or visit us online today. Seabrook House, helping families find the courage to recover.
Avoid the hassles of oil and propane deliveries in large tanks. It's easy to convert to environmentally friendly natural gas. It's efficient, reliable, clean, and convenient. The least expensive of all heating fuels and is produced in North America. A natural gas heating system typically lasts 5 years longer than an oil furnace. For heating, hot water, cooking, clothes drying, even for outdoor grilling, pool heating, and fireplaces, there's no better option than natural gas.
Call 1-800-822-WARM or visit southjerseygas.com.
Marcacci Meats, the area's best butcher shop, has moved to the corner of Oak and Delsey. You'll find the best cuts of the freshest quality meat, all cut to order by our butcher to ensure that you are bringing home the best meat for your table. In the new Marcacci Meats, you will now find produce, subs, sandwiches, and a full deli line. Like us on Facebook to learn about our weekly specials. Experience the difference when shopping at Marcacci Meats on the corner of Oak and Delsey.
Trust the experts at Dondero Diamonds and Fine Jewelry to help you make a decision that lasts a lifetime.
We're here at Bridgeport's quarter-mile track, also known as Spirit Auto Center Speedway, to give you a preview of what's coming up this October, the Skyscraper. Now, this race is going to be the largest microsprint race the East Coast has ever seen and comes with a $4,000 prize. I've been told that the Skyscraper has become General Manager Danny Serrano's baby. It's been a long time in the making, and they're really starting to see a great response from the microsprint community.
The Skyscraper, well, I kind of thought about this towards the end of last year. I fell in love with the microsprints as I started working here. I never watched a micro race on the little track, and I grew to like them. I grew to get to know the guys, started traveling all over to different microsprint tracks, and I really wanted to put a big race on for these guys. They deserve it. They work hard, just like the big track with the big blocks and the sportsmen and all them. And they put on great racing. And a lot of people don't realize, just they think small cars and maybe kids. And it's not. They're grown adults, some young kids, as you've seen. And they work just as hard as everybody else during the week to come here and race on Friday nights. Our car counts are growing.
Danny's goal is to attract more attention to the microsprints because the track's main attraction has always been their larger 5/8 track.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the guys that support us now. Without them, there is no Spirit Speedway.
Right.
But there's so many people that haven't been here for whatever reason, and they circle this on their calendar. Like, we have 2 drivers here tonight that have never raced here. They're here to tune up for that race. They're both from upstate New York, and they drove a long way to get here on a Friday night, and they've already registered and to enter the big race.
My name is Damon Paul, and I drive a 600cc micro sprint.
Hi, I'm Ryan Quackenbush. I race a 600 micro sprint.
What are you most excited for that event?
Just a big purse, you know, $4,000 to win, and it's a big race, and hopefully a whole bunch of cars show up, so it's a lot of competition.
There's going to be a lot of cars here, the best competition, big money on the line, you know.
It's just going to be the mix of regulars, and you're going to have the best who's who of racing here.
How many cars do you think you're expecting?
I'm hoping for, between the 2 divisions, I'm hoping for roughly like 125.
How did you hear about the event?
We actually saw it on Facebook, and we just wanted to sign up for it because why not? You know, big race, big money, and you never know what can happen.
Absolutely. So tell me, when you saw the event pop up, what was your thought? Like, what was your first thought?
We're going.
Yeah, that's it?
That's it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, all right, Mom, Dad, we're going to Bridgeport in October.
Have you done anything specifically to prepare for the Skyscraper?
Well, first time here, so we're going to try and get some practice laps in and make sure we got the right setup in the car and make sure we're just going fast.
I've never been here before, so we're going to try some stuff out tonight, get us ready to go.
He also wants to bring a larger, well-paying race to Bridgeport.
it's a great paying purse throughout. Like some of the big purses, they'll pay just a lot to win, and then it gets cut down really low.
Okay.
This is great to win and great for last.
Really?
Yeah.
What's last place get?
Last place will pay $400.
For all classes?
Yeah, there's two classes, the
Okay.
270s and the 600s.
Okay.
Like on a typical night like tonight, like last place is probably $30.
Wow.
So you're thinking what, about 13 times the amount. And a normal race like tonight is $300 to win.
Okay.
So it's almost 13 times $4,000 to win.
Wow.
So that's like a big car racing for $25,000.
That's huge. The layout for the event goes like this. Friday will be a practice night for the drivers. The two fastest times will be locked in for Sunday's race. Saturday is dual sets of heats for both classes. From that, 12 more cars will be locked in for Sunday. Sunday is more heats and consolations, eventually ending with the feature. But the Skyscraper is bringing action to Spirit Auto Center Speedway both on and off the track.
It's a whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I don't want it to be just a race, but an actual event, like a happening. So we're going to have a bunch of people camping out. A lot of these micro people have campers, and they like to have a good weekend. We're going to have a party underneath the pavilion on Saturday night. So we start Friday night, we race Saturday night, and Sunday night's the big race. Camping, hanging out. We're going to have a DJ, free food, free drinks.
So now that you know the facts, I bet you're still wondering something. Well, my first thought when I heard about the Skyscraper is, what does a skyscraper have to do with micro sprints?
I thought about a name, and I figured a skyscraper is like so big, so high, and elevation to new heights. So that's why we came up with the name.
So if you're interested in racing at the Skyscraper event this October 6th, 7th, and 8th, make sure you register before September 15th, because after that, the registration fee goes up from $199 to $229. You can register up until the day of the race.
I'm dubbing it as the first annual Skyscraper, and I'm sure there's going to be some bumps along the road. It's a brand new event, and we'll have, we'll see what worked and what didn't work.
Alright, so you've heard it from the mastermind himself, October 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Yep.
Make sure you guys come out. How much does it cost for people to get in?
Friday's free for the stands. It's just practice. Saturday, I believe, is $10.
Okay.
And Sunday's $20.
Alright, and if you need to find more information, you can find it on the Spirit Auto Center Facebook.
Yep.
And there's an event and the website.
Yeah, there's a whole event with everything. We list all the people registered as they would sign up each day. So.
Awesome. So keep updated with it, and when we find out more, you'll find out more.
East Coast Roofing and Siding, protecting what you love and own. East Coast Roofing and Siding, trust us with your family and home.
Hi, I'm Larry Styler, owner of East Coast Roofing and Siding. For over 35 years, we've strived to bring excellence to your home in the work that we do. Whether it be roofing, siding, windows, or solar, you can trust us with your family and home.
Trust us with your family and home.
You own a small to mid-sized business and want to market your company. But how do you break out of the shadow of the big box stores? That's where ClearBridge Media Consulting comes in. ClearBridge provides the necessary tools and resources to interact and engage your customers and specializes in finding the perfect formula for you to succeed. ClearBridge bridges the gap between your business goals and the resources required to succeed in today's digital world. Call or visit ClearBridge Media Consulting online today for your free brand audit.
Hi, Comfort Bob. You know, whenever we have a system in an attic, we always have a chance of a water leak. Now that could be a heater or an air conditioner. When we have a water leak, it can cause very severe problems. Now this unit has a pan underneath it that was going to capture the water. It didn't. The water got out beyond the pan here, it went onto the deck, It can go down to the carpet, furnishings below, damage the ceiling. There's all sorts of consequences. Besides a pan under a unit, it should have an overflow switch. So if the water gets too deep, it shuts off. That way you avoid having the water overflowing. This is very deteriorated. There's rust in the pan. This unit really has to be replaced. If you have a unit in the attic, make sure you have it checked. Give us a call. We can look for signs of water and keep you out of trouble, because you deserve comfort now.
By Bob McAllister, because you deserve comfort now. 609-400-1005.
Inspira announces our latest medical breakthrough. It's called the phone. Our new app lets you see an urgent care doctor faster. Find the closest center with the shortest wait. You can even check in online. Get text updates and wait from the comfort of home. Inspira Urgent Care. Get the app.
Education is the seed to growing. At Bright Beginnings Academy, that seed is provided and sowed with care by professionals. With degree teachers, a secure building and playground, and curriculum-based learning, Bright Beginnings Academy provides an environment designed for excelled learning and activity for every growing child. With locations in Cherry Hill and Sewell, accessibility is close to you. Visit bbanj.net to schedule a tour of our facilities, learn about our classes, and find out about our summer camps. Bright Beginnings Academy is not only the right start, but a bright start.
What happens when an entire organization builds for the future? Dreams are achieved. TerraSol Energies helps organizations reduce energy costs and increase sustainability with innovative solar power systems. Integrating revolutionary components from SunPower's Helix system, this SunPower commercial dealer provides simply the best. Transform your business with the world's first fully integrated commercial solar solution.
Bunny Burkett is one of the most well-known women in drag racing, and since tonight is the Funny Car Frenzy here at Atco Dragway, we're diving into her 52 years of drag racing history. Carol, Bunny Burkett's now husband of 56 years, took her to her first drag race at Old Dominion Dragway in Virginia. It was their first date, and she was 15.
And I told him, I said, I want to do this. He said, well, you can't even drive, but I'll help you. Sure enough, he helped me with learning to drive. We were doing the unfinished runways at Dulles Airport back then.
Wow.
And I learned how to drive, do burnouts and everything over there. And that now, this is my 52nd year racing.
Wow.
I drove through 50 years. And I had to step out of the seat because of injuries, nerves in my back to my feet. And I'm too smart to be in there. They're not up to par.
Bunny battled breast cancer twice, injuries from a crash that almost took her life in 1995, and multiple surgeries during her racing career. But she still continued to race. It was only during the last few years that Bunny put away her helmet.
Well, as you could see, the transition to Bunny and the boys, it used to just be Bunny. And when I had this terrible car crash, 1995, they told me I'd never walk again, I was never going to drive again, autograph again, and I was lucky to be alive. So I put Bunny and the boys in the car, and of course the story there goes, I got better. I got back in the car. But then with the nerve injury showing up again, I asked Matt Stamball, New Generation Speed Shop, what he would drive for me. The other one is my little bear, Pritchett. He's my godson.
I honestly started with her when I was 18 months old. Ever since then, I've come up through the ranks.
That was our dream, and growing up all these years. PB, I want to race you. And we did.
You raced each other?
We raced each other.
That is so cool.
2007, 2008, and I remember the headlines, Grandma takes one for the girls.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
It was 0.1 thousandths of a second separate our two teams.
So you taught him right.
Quarterfinals.
And I won that one, and then
Super
since
Street
then,
1090
he runs for the NHRA Top Fuel.
One of our first races, she was in the Corvette and I was in this car. We ran a quarter mile, and I'll never forget, we staged, she was whapping the throttle, I was whapping the throttle, and when we went down to the track, I was way out ahead, and I'm like, all right, I got her. And then all of a sudden I see this little pink hood start coming up on me, and I was like, no way, you gotta be kidding me. And then I seen her wind light come on, and it was kind of one of the best feelings in the world. Like, she got me, because I thought I had her, and for her to go drive around me, it was a very special moment. Like, got cold chills from it thinking about it.
I was IHRA World Champion in 1986, the first lady to ever accomplish that feat. And so that was probably the highlight. Attention in the pits, we need super gas round winners, lanes 7 and 8. But at the same time, I was very competitive. You know, I didn't have to turn the wind light on every time. I just loved what I was doing.
She's my hero, so.
She's a great person. She does a lot for the sport. She does a lot for us. And to have a funny car show here at ACCO without her would never be the same.
Owner of ACCO Dragway, Len Capone, can tell you through first-hand experiences how talented of a driver Bunny was. He raced funny cars with her for 15 years.
It was a great experience back then. We traveled a big circuit that would race 2-3 times a week, and it was just great. I mean, we did it for about 15 years together. Unfortunately, I had to stop. Bunny's still going, and like I said, we're trying to bring back that old funny car racing. That's what we're here doing today with 20 plus cars.
I'll never forget the first time I seen him. Showed up in a flatbed truck, and the most beautiful funny car was up on it, and all it said was the bear. I went over, I introduced myself and said, okay, I'm the Bunny. And we started a very friendly rivalry. Everybody thought we didn't like each other. We just tried to outdo each other. He would try to do a longer burnout, I tried to make more smoke. And we had run
Roberts was 88
after
with the 4,
after
16 pounds.
of
So
the
Red
bear
by 5 down
and
the
the
double
Bunny.
breakout. And Matt Stambaugh, the Bunny and the boys, the race team back out here. And I have some.
No, I do not win all of my races, but they know that when I come ready to race. If something were to happen, we go back and fix it, we'll go again. But they know that I come to race, and I've always had beautiful cars. They are noted.
Bunny is known as the first lady of funny cars, and many female racers followed in her trail of dust.
Follow your dream. Back in the day, they told us ladies couldn't do that. Well, I convinced the fellow competitor I was more than a lady. I am a lady. I just love being in a sport that traditionally is all male, and I kind of wiggled my way in. And then I become the Bunny.
I think it gave them great respect in what they do and stuff. Again, I mean, she's been around for 50 years now, and you just see more and more girls and women getting into the sport, and it's great. I mean, you know, back in the day, you know, they probably got teased, you know, if you got beat by a woman or whatever, but, you know, to race Bunny, that was just an experience all by itself, and, you know, just like every other great racer, she's one of the greats to race, and you feel special when you are racing her.
I never forgot who I was. Today, I sat over by the autograph table, signed pictures and shirts and anything I could do without the fans and the commitment of racetracks like Lenny Capone's ACCO. That is what keeps me motivated. I have no intentions of parking. I will be out here watching the boys drive, and that's just the way I'm going to do it. I'm going out, and nobody's even going to notice.